Hey, welcome back to Mr. Repair Shop. So tonight's video is supposed to be a fun, eat quick and easy Sunday night, beautiful Sunday night cruise video. We'll roll that footage first, and then you'll find out why. I'm glad I didn't go pulling this weekend. Let's say that. All right. All right, something's wrong with this thing. So I just started taking it for a drive, And it started acting funky. And, well, then I had to idle it back here with the choke on the whole time. So this is coming off. I'm going to clean up the garage, get it inside, and great. Yep. So it was funny is I just had a viewer the other day comment on a video and say, hey, weird question. I got this, I think it was an 350, that it would only run with the choke on. His would run good. You know, any ideas? And I said, I don't know. I had some couple questions. But, yeah, this thing definitely, it's got to be in the carb, because I said you can narrow it down to, there's nothing else that it could be, in my opinion, because of how it's running. I think that basically you got to have the choke all the way on, which tells me that basically it's probably a jet is probably clogged or something, some kind of debris in there. This is just, without pulling it off, this is just my shotgun in the dark idea, is that something is inside there, is plugged it up, and so when you put the choke on, instead of letting all this fresh air and all the air's got to it has to really suck in the air. There's a little hole in the bottom, is like basically a bypass, and so because it's pulling so much harder, my thought is that it's going to actually try and it'll help pull the fuel. Basically, it'll create like a bigger vacuum in here and help pull the fuel through. It's the same way. Like when you're trying to start it, when it's cold, with the choke on, it helps enriching it. So the fact that it only runs the choke on means that it's pretty lean. So I'm gonna try tonight. This also probably means we won't be pulling this weekend, but that's fine. I'll get this thing tore apart. Looks like it's a couple bolts here. And I'll see if I can get this thing pulled off tonight and see if we can take a quick look-see in it. So I'll set you up. All right, so on these M's, your throttle shaft actually comes through here. I've never taken one of these carbs off yet, so I'm going to say things like, all these M's, this is what you do, and it might not be what you actually do. So bear with me on that as I figure this out. It's been a while since I've done a work video, and I showed a lot of the work. I've been last week doing that daily content, which I'm still going to try and push. I'm saying this now. So things are probably going to come up here in the next few weeks where there might be a lull in tractor content. We just got some stuff coming up that there might be a little bit of a break in all of the hot rod fun action. So if I do that, please don't unsubscribe. Tractor action's coming back. There's just a few things coming up where possibly for the next couple months might be pretty busy, which also would mean a lull in the content or the tractor pulling content, because on weekends are going to be kind of busy for a little bit, but we'll see. Like I said, nothing's set in stone on. Okay, so that's how that comes out. Oh, I see. So that pulls into there, and there's a shaft that it looks like. How does that go back in? Why wouldn't that go back in there? And Kyle has screwed the pooch. I have a manual, you know. I should probably be looking at that, but I find it best just to try and take bolts off and be filming it, so that way when something goes wrong, we're all here to watch it together. Get this choke cable off. Yeah, and it was bad because what I was trying to do, I was trying to sneak down to the scale house. We got a scale here in town, and I was going to try and scale this thing in without the weight brackets are on, see what it weighs. Well, that obviously didn't happen. I was a few miles from I was still a little bit away, and I noticed it's starting to run bad, and I thought, you know, I better pull off the main drag. And next thing you know, I'm going on the slow tour of town. Hudson just so slow. But I made it back to the house. That's all that matters to me. See if I got the right wrench for this. Yep, that'll take that off. fuel line off. That actually came off. Like I said, I haven't gone through this carb ever in the time I've owned this tractor, so hopefully it's just something in there. Like I said, for you all you Farmall guys, drop in the comments what you think it is. We'll find out together, I guess. Okay, the fuel line's out. Get that out and out of the way, and then you can just pop these 2 bolts off, and the whole thing should drop down. You might have to slide it forward or something for that governor. The governor. Hey, give me some ideas for the next... Oh, I got the... Patch gave me the idea for the What's the Deal With. I think my next What's the Deal With video is going to be on electric lights in tractors. So, knowing, you know, me, we're going to go through electrical... like, you know, the history of electricity on tractors and all that stuff. What I might do, because I might not have enough time late in the near future to actually be, you know, filming tractor things. I might try and do some of my other more formal videos, like the What's the Deal With stuff that I don't have to be out in the garage for. And I can film them. I can do research, you know, for a couple days. Ooh, that's it. Intake is hot. This is probably a really good time to get the right intake. You know what? I'm going to take, because this back bolt's going to kind of suck, and I might say some choice words, so I don't want to show that, so I'll bring you back. All right, well, we got the carb all apart here, and I think that I already blew this out just using the breath power, and when I first tried on it, it took a second for it to get freed up. So I think there's some crap down in here, and I think something just got stuck in a jet. So I'm gonna do is I'll order a kit. I'll clean this thing all up, put it in my soak, get the float off of there, and go through it all. I should have done it anyway. Like I said, as much as this tractor is sad, it surprises me that it hasn't had something like this happen before. So, yep. So, well, new project. I was running out of projects. So maybe that guy that's been watching, I don't know if he's gone through his carb yet, but hopefully this takes care of it. There's one other option it could be. And it could be, this is just me again stabbing in the dark. Here, I'll come and show you what I think. There's a possibility. I'm tripping over stuff. So now with this new exhaust pipe, basically the way this is bolted on, this is just some truck stud. And I'm thinking there's a chance that some of the exhaust gases, instead of just going straight out, because it's just clamped around it, some might be coming out, and especially when you're going down the road, it's getting pushed back down and heating it up. Maybe it's vapor locking, but I just don't think it was running like that. This was really warm, but it's also connected to the exhaust manifold, so that's the kind of sucky deal. So I'm gonna get a kit ordered. We'll get on there later in the week, but I'm gonna still try and pump daily content until I can't do daily content anymore. So we'll see you on the next one. Like and subscribe. Yeah, share if you like it. Bye.